are the new technology direction, and then how are we helping the market, right? So let me share with you some statistics. Of course, before that, I really need to thank our sponsor, Jebel, Gigamon, and then supported by both Azmi as well as NiceCircle, our partner, that is here to enable this particular session, right? So, how are we doing in this region? So ASEAN, we have been running this region as a team for the last 6-7 years, and just last year alone, so one of the key areas, right, is that we measure how many new customers that we have in a year. So last year alone, we have about 49, right, out of 7 countries, and we grow the market 30% year on year, and from 85 customers just last year alone. But more importantly, how do we do in Thailand, right? We are just 6 months of our year number. Our year ends in March 2018. So the last 6 months, we did about 1.6x of what we do the entire year in Thailand alone, right? And we are targeting to be 3.5 times of the business compared to last year by the end of this year. So what does it mean? It's we are doing relatively well in this particular market, right? And of course, these are just some of the logo of customer in this in Thailand over the last couple of years, right? More importantly is that today I must thank a couple of people. Definitely from Gosoft, Kun Pravin, right, which is here somewhere. Ah, yes, right at the back there. Thanks for him to be able to really share the experience of how he has leveraged on Dynatrace solution, what he has achieved, and then of course ideally the before and after. We also have our Chief Product Officer. He is the lead scientist or lead key person that actually lead the entire development team to build the new generation for monitoring, right? I'll personally demo to you what are the future is possible when it comes to monitoring, okay? And we also have Google here sharing about cloud strategy for Thailand as well, okay? After the presentation, we have Kunwana, Pravit again, and then Sandeep to be in the podium to share some of their experience as well as if there's any Q&A, you are more than open to ask the podium, where the idea is how do you get ROI from this, right? How do you justify for some of this kind of project, okay? So with that, let me start off. Let me just ask this question, if I can ask, what is the first thing that any of you all do in the morning when you wake up? What's the first thing that you touch? Phone, right? That's the most common thing that I hear. Nobody tell me that they are touching their wife or their girlfriend or their boyfriend, but they say phone. But that's a reality. I've been asking this question in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia just 2 days ago, and now Thailand. It's the same consistent answer. So that now, all of us are from mainly IT, probably 1 or 2 from business. So now let me take this context. Every one of us is touching our phone. If I ask this to your CEO, to your business, do you think they want to capture your mind share when you touch your phone? Right? They want the app that you open would be your company's app, ideally. Correct? So if your company wants that mind share, most of us who is in IT, are we being pressured to deliver more application faster to the market? Yes? No? I presume it's a yes. So we are being pressured by the business to deliver more and faster. But we all know the environment. Electric generator company in Thailand. Company that generate electricity, all this electricity, how many in Thailand? 1, 2, 3. How many? Anybody can help me out? What's the name of the company that generate electric in Thailand? Say that again? Electric, power. PA. Okay, so 1 company. 2. Okay, so each country you only have 1, 2 to back up one another, maybe 3 maximum of power generated. So now let me take that power as in compute in the ideal world. How many power generator do we have in Thailand? How many data center do we have in Thailand? Every single house has a power generator. Every single company has one. Why do you need it? Think about it in the context of electricity. You might not need that. That's where the cloud is heading. That's why people like AWS, which is even scarier. You might only need one in the whole world. Of course, there's AWS, there's Google, there's Azure, and of course, each country in the world is moving a lot faster. Okay? So, you are definitely, whether you like it or not, see enterprise using hybrid, using cloud-based technology. You still can run, you will run it on-premise, but you will slowly but surely leveraging on some of this. Docker, microservices, right? Container, PaaS, OpenShift, Kubernetes. These are just some of the new technology that a lot of organizations are leveraging, right? So you have new technology. How do you manage getting more and more complex? So what happened is that 3 years ago, Dynatrace as a company saw that the world is changing, saw that our current product that is selling so well in Thailand, where 90% of our customers are already using our current solution. Let me just ask this analogy again. It's going to be challenging. Hopefully somebody will help me out again. What's your favorite car brand that you drive? Give me a brand of car that you drive. Anybody? Sorry, say that again? Toyota. Okay, so let's say I use that as example, Toyota. Dynatrace has been selling Toyota extremely well over the last 10 years. Right, we are the #1 seller of Toyota in the market, but because we see that the world is changing based on cloud technology, things are getting complex. A lot of road accident that is happening, we need some form of automation. 3 years ago, we actually took 100 developers aside, 100 of them, and built Tesla from scratch. Apple Siri, talk to it. Amazon Echo, where you can actually talk to it, or Google Home, right? So I have a software version of Amazon Alexa here, the software version of it, which I can ask things like, for example, launch Davis.
What can I help you with?
Open Dynatrace.
Here's your dashboard. It appears that you have 2 open problems. Would you like to hear a listing of these issues?
Do I have any problem yesterday?
Yesterday, 18 problems occurred. The most affected application was www.easytravel.com, which was affected by 8 issues. The largest concentration of problems was around yesterday at 2 p.m. Would you like to hear a listing of these issues?
Yes, please.
First, there was a degradation in user action response time on Madison Island. Second, there was a degradation in user action response time on www.easytravel.com. Finally, there was a degraded service response time on .NET Backend EasyTravel x64 on port 9010 with a detected root cause. Would you like to know more about the first, second, or third one?
Third one.
There was a degraded service response time on .NET Backend EasyTravel x64 on port 9010 that started yesterday at 2:57 p.m. and ended yesterday at 3:51 p.m. The root cause of this issue was saturated CPU on BB1 Apache Tomcat chassis, which was resolved yesterday at 3:09 p.m. This issue affected EasyTravelB2B.com and www.easytravel.com. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all, thank you.
Goodbye.
So, what this shows you is that today our environment is complex, all right? you have a lot of different tools and you need engineers to make sense out of this, right? If I can ask you this question, how many of y'all can justify to your CIO or the board of director that, boss, I need to hire, second is root cause, so then the minimum resource that I have can just focus on fixing it rather than troubleshooting where the issue. Ideally, so for this example, it actually is already being solved. You can do self-healing as well. Technically, solution is ready. It's whether the environment is suitable and the technology that we are monitoring. Right, so that's something that is available. Dynatrace as a company, we just launched this in January 2017 this year from a worldwide context in Vegas, right? Today, through Perform Thailand, we are launching this in Thailand and it's available. We have certified engineer, we have a couple of customers that's really trial on this particular solution. But 95% of customers still using the Toyota, right? And this is where the world is heading. Let me switch back to my slides. Just by buying Dynatrace or any APM solution in the market, do you think you will get healthier? No, right? But by buying the technology, I must be able to have the coach, my personal coach, who can guide me if I want to get healthy, slim in a short time frame. Yes, buying the technology without a coach and a recipe, I can try and error on my own, but it take a long time, and then we blame the technology for being lousy. Or I can hire a coach that is certified. Every year we must have a new customer willing to stand on stage and share their experience. By just selling you that technology, I don't think you will stand on stage. Getting your PO, getting the project signed off, getting paid for that, it's expected out of us. But doing the extra amount, helping your environment to improve, maybe you might give us a chance to say, yeah, in return, maybe I will be able to help Dynatrace out and share my experience. So that's where the idea is. And we are pushing hard and making sure that as many resource in Thailand is certified, not just our partner, but ideally we want and would like to have our customer to be certified as well. Right? So that you can become your in-house personal coach, which comes with the diet plan that you can help your organization. Okay? So with that, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.